bad week for Mr. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. P. Diddy, a.k.a. the Diddler himself. Hey, I think we all saw this coming, man, and I'm going to give you my viewpoints, how I feel his time's going to go, and what I think is going to happen to him. Let's get into it. So, I've watched it, take its course, run its course, whatever you want to say. And there was a small part of me that thought maybe this dude is not going to get the justice that's coming to him. But thank God that he did. And he's going to now. He's gone up for 2 bond hearings now. And I don't think they're going to give him bond. Is there a possibility? Of course there's a possibility. There's always a possibility. He's got a lot of money. He's got a high-powered attorney. But let me tell you something about the feds. They don't care about your high-powered attorney, how much money you got. When the feds got you, they got you. This isn't some little state case where you got caught, peddling some crack or something. This dude is in a lot of trouble, man. He's got gun charges, weapons charges. He's got soliciting, prostitution across state lines. He's got all types of things on top of the weird violence that he does. So I think that he got to a point in his life where his arrogance and his cockiness made him feel like I'm untouchable. But that's not going to be the case here, buddy. So let's break it down. His lawyer was notified that they wanted him to bring Diddy in and turn himself in. That probably made him a couple promises, blah, blah, blah. Now, of course, they reneged on that once they got their hands on Diddy. The lawyer's probably thinking, I'll get him off on a bond, whatever, we'll get him out. But I believe that if they have these investigators that are coming to New York from California, who are definitely, they have a case. They're not going to let Diddy out for just any amount of money. And I think that the public, they don't want the public outrage that's going to come behind it. Hold on, stop. So that being said, being incarcerated, now he's left to his own thoughts, and that's it. He's in PC, they say suicide watch. Now that's what they say he's on, but I don't think he's on suicide watch. I think what he's on is protective custody. Probably a suicide wing, a PC wing where there's other offenders like himself. There's a number of things that Diddy can do here. He can try to cooperate. He can try to do, whatever to get himself a reduced sentence. But there's one thing about it, 2 things for certain. That is going to be a gift if they give it to him. I don't think they're really interested in what P. Diddy has to say. I think that the reason they went and took all the video footage is because they already know the dirt that he's got on some of these high-powered, high-profiled individuals. They are protecting those people. Now they're going to lock him up, and I wouldn't be surprised if you have a similar situation as what's his name, Weinstein or whatever his name is, where he committed suicide, but we all know that he didn't do that. The one thing about it is, he's complaining about his cell being dirty. My answer to that was, welcome to jail. There's not going to be a jail, a prison, a receiving unit that you're going to go to that's going to be clean. The food is going to be terrible. I believe he's in Brooklyn, I think is where he's at, the federal holding jail in Brooklyn. Now, this food here, I know people that have been there, is so bad that it's known for the bad food. It's not a nice place to be. The COs are terrible. This is not a good environment for somebody who is used to living a life of luxury. Now, this dude's image, this guy has portrayed an image throughout the years is, I'm a tough guy, I'm a gangster. When we find out real fast that you're not. The only thing that you're the gangster is of that butt, right? Now, he spent a lot of time going after that butt. Now he's going to have to spend a lot of time protecting his. Because if they end up putting him somewhere where he has to be in general population for whatever reason, there's going to be people targeting him. And even in the hole, bro, they can get to you. Okay? Think about it like this. You're a CO. You make $40,000 to $60,000 tops a year. You see someone like this, some overprivileged rap mogul who is crying and bitching about every single thing that happens, you're going to let the door open sometime, eventually. You're going to let the boys get to him. Just a fact. Now, what I believe is going to happen to him is more than likely he's going to have a long trial. If it gets to trial. If he doesn't end up in the upper room first, then I believe that it'll be a long 1.5 to maybe 3 year long trial. He'll be incarcerated for that. Because if they let Diddy out, he's already been accused of trying to coerce witnesses, threaten witnesses. He's on drugs. He's like giving people drugs. Like all these things that this guy's doing. He's a menace to society. He likes to beat on chicks. He likes to do all the things. So, and he got a female judge. That's great. Stop, Luna. Sorry, guys. My dog is very hyper. Come here, baby. Come here. You want to say hi? Come here. Come here. Come here and say hi, people. Come here. Oh, I know. Anyway, she's getting big. Okay. All right. Sylvia, baby. All right. So, yeah, that being said, what I think is going to happen to him is he's going to end up going to trial. And I think that he's cocky and arrogant enough to where he might think he's getting ready to get off. He's not getting off. Probably going to get a life sentence. He's probably going to never go home again, right? Now, he's going to try to start throwing people under the bus. Now, by him doing that, there's going to be a lot of targets on his back, man. There's going to be people paying people to hit him. They're protecting him right now, but eventually money talks, man. Money definitely talks. And so we'll see what happens to him on that end. I think he will end up in one of those sex offender camps in the feds. I believe there's one in Tampa or Buckner or something. It's one of those places. Excuse me if I get it wrong, but well, sorry, baby. So if he does get to one of those prisons, they're going to extort him. That's a fact. And they're going to extort him on so many levels that even the cops are going to extort him. He's literally going to be paying out more than most people that are being extorted. You look at people like John Gotti, who was getting extorted by the Aryan Brotherhood. John Gotti was paying the ABs for protection. You look at Whitey Bulger. Whitey Bulger didn't make it a month, right? So if they can't make it, this guy ain't going to make it. There's no freak-offs in the feds, homie. That's dead. I believe he's going to expel most of his money in legal fees, and he's going to keep coming over these bond hearings until he exhausts all of that. Then he'll probably try to go back on appeal, all the things, right? Because if you take a plea, you cannot go back on appeal. That's the thing. So you can say, all right, well, I'll take your 10, 15-year plea, and then I'll come back and try to get it reduced. Doesn't happen like that. You cannot go back on appeal once you have taken a plea bargain. So it might almost be worth it to take it to trial, blow trial, because you're going to blow trial, maybe come back on appeal and try to get some of it knocked down. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I think that Diddy is done. I think he's going to be the fall guy for a lot of people. You know, there's going to be a lot of people in Hollywood, Oprah, J-Lo, Jay-Z, all these people, Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, all these people are being named by the whistleblowers. Usher. These are big, high-profile people, man. They have a lot of juice, right? And somebody is going to grease somebody somewhere to keep them out of the indictment and keep them out of the spotlight. Diddy's already in the spotlight. He's already hit. He's going to wear it. He's going to wear the whole thing. Straight up. And I couldn't think of a better individual to wear all that time and all the blame because he's a sick dude. He's a violent, manipulative, narcissistic individual who used his power to hurt a lot of people. I mean, look what he did to Justin Bieber. I mean, that dude, Justin Bieber, is literally tormented for the rest of his life, going to therapy and shit. That's sad, man. That's really sad. So, you know, I feel like it's just. I feel like there are people in prison who deserve to be there. I think that there's some people that aren't. But if you're going to give, you know, I did They gave me, I think, on one of my sentences, 8 years for a bar fight. You better give this dude some time for what he did. Straight up. Okay, how much money he's got. You can't go around doing what you did to people and think that you're going to get off scot-free, man, all your life. You know, they say you sign your soul to the devil. But that isn't forever, man. The devil, man, has always got the end of a contract. The end of the contract is your soul. And it doesn't always guarantee that you're going to live your whole life on that high mountaintop. So, you know, the one thing he should have done was stayed up, stayed out. And as always, you beautiful people, stay sucker free, man. Much love to the Gladiator Gang. Salute to all the A1s from day one. And as always, baby, stay sucker free, man.